guys, it's Ryan here from CNR Reviews, and I'm going to do a pretty quick review today of the Mossberg 500 12 gauge shotgun that we picked up a while back. This thing cost me $319 from Big 5 Sporting Goods, and it actually came with two different barrels here, which I thought was really nice. Came with an 18.5-inch home security barrel with a cylinder choke, which is an open choke. It's not rifled at all, so you can put buckshot and things like that in there. And then a 28-inch vent rib modified choke or fixed modified choke barrel as well. And this is for bird hunting, deer hunting, things like that, and shooting skeet and trap and stuff like that. So I did say in my first impressions video of this that I saw that the forend and the stock on it, the factory stock, were just cheap plastic crap. And I'm going to stand by that statement, guys. I actually replaced it with the Hogue LOP stock. It's more of a tactical stock. You'll hear a couple guys on YouTube, if you watch some of their tactical shotgun videos, they have this shorter stock on here, and it's to make the shotgun a little bit shorter, and then also to be able to shoulder it a little bit faster in those tactical situations. So it actually shortens up the stock about 2 inches. If you find it being a little bit too short, you can put maybe an extra, like a decelerator pad from Pacmar or something like that. Give it a little bit, an extra inch on there if you still want this good, quality stock. They do actually sell a regular sized Hogue stock as well, but I chose the LOP. And it went on the gun really well, and it's functioned really well on this. One of the things I didn't like about the rifle, or the shotgun, I'm sorry, I've been told not to call these rifles, because they don't have rifling in the barrel. The one thing I didn't like was the action the pump action on it. It came with a plastic forend that had these rails here, these action rails, attached to it and just kind of pinned in. There wasn't actually a slide tube assembly that you could replace the forend on. So I actually had to buy an action tube assembly to put this Hogue forend on. So that cost me an extra $35. Then the stock setup was about an additional $60. So an extra $90. It turns out to be close to a $400 shotgun. Now, guys, even if you're paying $400 for this gun, it is still well worth it. It is going to be one of the best shotguns that you own, just because of reliability. You can't go wrong with a pump shotgun most of the time. And these guys, there's a reason why the military has gone to the Mossberg 500 setup. And it's because it's a really nice smooth action. It's kind of loose. It gives some extra area in there if you get dirt or grime or something in there, some debris in there, that the action will still work with that crap in there. So that's really good for like sandy, dirty areas that you're going to be shooting in. So overall, I've actually really liked this shotgun. It's functioned flawlessly. It's shot really well. Takedown is a little bit more complicated than like a Remington 870. It's a little bit more complicated because things don't come out all in one big piece. They come out in multiple pieces. If you're wondering how to take down and how to reassemble this gun, check out our disassembly and reassembly video that we have out there. Besides the function of it, which has been flawless, I don't think we've had a problem. This thing has really taken a beating, guys. We actually put a Hogue Tamer, which is a pistol grip, on this, and I shot it with my left hand, and it, just single left hand, and it actually came out of my hand and fell quite a ways onto some rocks. And the only ding that we got was right here. It's really tiny. So this held up really well. The finish held up really well to it banging around on the ground. And I mean, yeah, I know you guys are gonna go, come on, what are you doing? This is stupid. You know, but we we try to make entertaining videos, and sometimes they just don't work. It'll show up in a blooper video later on, probably sometime next year. You guys will get to see me almost break my damn finger off with this thing spinning around on me. So, one of the things I really like about this, or another thing that I really like about this gun, is the barrel change setup. And it's just very simple. You push this back a little bit, about halfway back, and then you can just untwist this nut up here. And the barrel comes off. And you don't have to take anything else apart. You don't have any springs shooting out. You don't have anything actually coming apart on you, where this is still a solid piece. And all you have to do is grab your other barrel, and boom, right there you go. Now you got your field gun.
Mossberg really got that right.
Yeah, Mossberg really got it right. Now, I have heard some things about taking this magazine tube apart, and supposedly you can twist it off of the receiver here. Mine won't come off. It hasn't been a problem for me because I know that you're not going to get a whole bunch of debris inside of this magazine tube. No matter what you're doing, you're really not going to get a whole bunch. It's either going to be plugged up with shells, or it's going to be plugged up with your follower at the end, which you have right here. So you're not going to get a whole bunch of crap in there. And if you really want to clean it without taking it off, you can try to maybe take apart actually field strip the weapon, and then take a rod with some type of cleaning material, something, and actually put it down there. You can't use a bore snake or something like that inside of this because of that follower in there. So using bore snakes on these on the barrels it works amazing though, guys. So you want to make sure that you clean your firearm every time you go if you can, or after every time you go if you can. This is like any standard firearm. Now, we did put this through a little bit of a punish test of where we took it out probably 3 or 4 times and we didn't clean it. And it still functioned really well. One of those times was dropping it and damaging the weapon. So, it still functioned really well. So, like I was saying, there's a reason why our military has chosen this shotgun. And it's been great for us. Chad, what did you think of it?
You know what, guys, I actually don't own a pump shotgun, and I know I've played with Ryan's 870, and I know Ryan's a big fan of the 870, but personally, I liked the Mossberg just a little bit more. One of the reasons is the cost of the gun is a little bit less, but when you start putting accessories, the cost does go up. But also, when you start putting accessories on the Remington, I believe the Remington didn't come with that great of quality Monte Carlo stock either.
No, it came with a pretty comparable plastic hollow piece of crap stock.
So once you start adding up the prices, this Mossberg is just going to be that much less. Plus, to me, muscling it around and stuff, I just like the way I could muscle it. The Remington's very smooth. The Mossberg almost seems a little bit more gritty, more aggressive. But it's all going to be personal preference. Any of these guns are phenomenal, and I think for the price, they're giving you 2 barrels in this setup, and I know you can just buy the security version, you can buy whatever, but with this setup with the 2 barrels, you cannot go wrong. Yeah, that's simple.
There's actually a bunch of different combinations. This is the American field combo with just the standard 18.5-inch barrel and the 28-inch vent rib. There's one, I believe there's a 26-inch vent rib, and it also comes with the home security barrel has a breech on it, where it's this big fat honking thing that you can stick into a door, and you can start blowing the door away with it,
or a person,
or you can stab a person with it if you run out of rounds. One of the things I didn't touch on before that I also think is really cool is an 870, a Remington 870 can hold 4 in the magazine and 1 in the pipe for 5 rounds total. This can hold 6. Which is really nice. Now that's 2 3/4-inch shells. That's not the 3-inch Magnum shells. But this magazine can hold 5. A full 5 So if you buy a box, they normally come in 5-shell boxes. You can put all 5 inside of the magazine tube without having to have one in the pipe, which is really nice if you're in a home defense situation and you want to scare that intruder with chambering the first round. Sometimes when you're if you have an 870 and you want to try that, I'm going to scare the intruder away with just the chunk sound of me pumping my shotgun. Then you limit yourself to 3 in the mag and 1 in the pipe. With this one, you still have your 4 and your 5, your 5th one in the barrel. So that'll make it really nice, and that could deter a home invader away from your house and keep your family safe.
For a self-defense situation, guys, these guns, between the Remington 870 and this Mossberg, you really cannot go wrong. You really only need one. It's that simple. Yeah. So this gun, though, has been so impressive. Ryan and I did some trap shooting with it, with that longer barrel, and I was so stoked about it, I was going to go out and buy one the next day.
Yeah, it was that nice, much fun. It's been a really nice shotgun for us, guys, and we've probably put about 500 shells through this thing. Sure. And it hasn't had one hiccup, one problem. Like nothing has gone wrong with this gun at all. For $319 for that flawless, flawless reliability out of it, the 2 barrels, and a pretty smooth action. It is, like Chad was saying, it's a little bit more gritty than something like the 870, but there's a reason for that. Like I was talking about before, it is a little bit looser. It's just a great deal. It is a fantastic shotgun for the deal. And I recommend you guys going out. If you don't have a good home security shotgun or a nice pump field shotgun or something like that you're not going to have to worry about, costing an arm and a leg.
That shit hits the fan gun? Yeah. That's a good solution. It's
going to be a great option for you. Go out and check out the Mossberg 500. Also the 590 is also a good option. So if you guys have any questions on the Mossberg, let us know, and we will try to answer those questions as soon as possible. Again, if you're looking for a disassembly or reassembly video, we have a video out there on our channel as well. This is Ryan and Chad from CNR Reviews. Thanks for watching, guys.